It's card number 144 from the 1953 Bowman Color set. It's Warren Hacker, which is a troublesome name for a pitcher, or maybe not. Maybe if they're hacking, he's doing a good job, of the Chicago Cubs. Watching his ball sail into the catcher's mitt, or maybe into the batter's bat in the Polo Grounds. Beautiful shot. And what I was looking at right before we started was the description on the back. It says the blonde had an excellent season for the Cubs in 1952, which I found interesting because you cannot tell in the shot that he's blonde, but a lot of people know that when Bowman went around to the New York stadiums in the previous season to get these photographs, they also got the contracts signed with the players and then took their photograph all kind of in one fell swoop. And so whoever was writing the descriptions, I'm sure noted and paid attention and thought it was interesting that he was blonde and worked it into the description. Anyway, there are those who think he could win 20 in 1953. He appeared in 33 games for the Cubs last year, winning 15 and losing 9. Anyway, card number 144. It must be session number 144, Card Room Live. No, it's not a show. It's a hangout for fellow vintage collectors. Whether we have guests or not, most of the time we waste time looking at and talking about old cardboard. But hey, there's nothing wrong with that because we try to make it time well wasted. And since April 20th of 2021, I have that date written down here, we've done just that. So if you're here with us live, welcome to you. Welcome to all my fellow YouTubers and collectors and commenters and folks from all over social media land. If you're new to Card Room Live, don't be afraid to say hello. You are among cardboard friends. If we don't know your name yet, we soon will. But you got to say hello. You got to say hello. We don't know if you're here. We don't know you're here if you don't do that. If you happen to be listening to this later, however, you might be doing any of the following: going to or coming home from work. Maybe you're on your work break. Maybe you're supposed to be working and you're listening to this. That's risky. Maybe you're sorting cards, looking at eBay, rolling out meatballs. Now I'm thinking about eBay. We were just talking about eBay like seconds before the live stream began. You might be walking the dog, sitting on the john, putting the kids to bed. Maybe you're battling raccoons in the backyard. Maybe you're wondering if Eddie Wakus will show up. It's possible because it is a show a card night. Maybe you're wondering if there's going to be any Mike foolery. There's a guarantee of that. Whatever you might be doing, I hope you get something out of it. If you want to get in touch or have ideas for future sessions, you can email me at bowman53channel@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram, bowman53_Alex, on X, 1953, Bowman Color, Blue Sky, Bowman53. And of course, you can always find that information located in the description below. This session of Card Room Live is brought to you by Fatima cigarettes. Frequently you hear a man say, if only Fatimas were sold at 15 cents, everybody would smoke them. I mean, I know I say that almost every day. No doubt it's true, but it's easier said than done. For without the finer tobacco, the subtle delicacy made possible by just a few cents more, Fatima would not be Fatima. Fatima, what a whole whale of a difference just a few cents make. And of course, Card Room Live does not endorse tobacco. However, we do endorse pre-war. And good evening and happy October to everybody. Happy postseason baseball, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good. The Phillies crapped last night, but there's always tomorrow. Jacob is here. Good evening to you. Our wrench holder Stuke is here. The dog ate my card collector. What's up? To you, Mike. J Hawker Vintage Cards is here. Peter B is here. Another wrench holder, Mike, the sports history collector, is here. Reindeer Studios. Look at all these wrenches. Sven is here. Drew from Clean Cheap Shots is here. Lonely Basement Baseball Cards. Walter from Called Shot Cards. Peacemaker Cards. The Boston Kid. Reese ND Card Ranger. Pre-War Dreams. That's right. It's game 2 between the Tigers and the Mariners. Should be interesting. What happened to the Yankees indeed? What happened to the Phillies? What's up, Larry? Lou Rock is here. I'm not surprised. Litzy Sports Cards is here. Orlando Collector's Dream is here. Even Jason, the Everyday Card Collector, is here. Mitchell is here. White Sox Fan Card Collector. Ruben Snyder is here. They should have said fair-haired, right? Let's be accurate. It's all about accuracy. Warren D in the CLE is here. Mookie Chilson is here. Getting to the end of the 53 Bowman set. Hopefully the show continues. Will it continue beyond card number 160? That's the thing that everybody's waiting with bated breath. Cash Cards is here. Holy crap, it's Nina S. A proud but sad Guardians fan. There's a lot of those right now, Nina. We salute you. We salute Cleveland. There's always next year. Wade is here. First time listener. Sammy said to watch. Appreciate it, Sammy, and welcome to you, Wade. Lower those expectations, Wade. The Card Story is here. Mark Steen is here. Killabrew 3 Kurt is here. All right. We've got some guests waiting. I try to get through it all as quickly as I can. I'm going to try to keep my eye on the chat, but I've got some guests in here. Back by popular demand. I'm just going to bring them in. Here he is. Everyday Card Collector Jason, Lou Rock TV, and Jeff, a fine card collector. Back by popular demand, or actually, I mean, really, I think it went really well last time, but I also asked these guys way too many questions and we ran out of time.
Did the questions change? Because I know you sent us a recap. Was it the same questions? I didn't even look to compare if it was the same questions.
It was the last half plus a couple new ones.
Okay.
Just to make sure. And I'm hoping that like we could also like screw it again and like have there you go. Have a part 3. This is the first part 2 we've ever done for Show a Card, by the way. So this would be great. So I think this went really well last time, and these guys had cards pulled that we didn't get to see. So we're going to do it tonight. So for anybody that's not aware, these 3 gentlemen are participating in a little thing that we like to call Show a Card. And Show a Card is really simple. I sent a whole bunch of prompts to these 3 gentlemen of different things regarding baseball cards. And these guys had to go through their immense, interesting, unique collections and pull a card for each of my prompts. I don't know what they pulled. These 3 guys don't know what each other has pulled unless there was like a conspiracy that I'm not aware of. So we're going to see what these guys have to show. And we're going to pick up with where we left off. Jason, we're going to start with you. Show a card. Then this kind of ties into last Sunday's session. Show a card that features some cool baseball equipment.
Beautiful. Started. I think it's pretty easy. I think most times when you talk about baseball equipment, you're going to a catcher, right? It's got to be a catcher card.
Sure.
This one is fantastically period correct for equipment. So this is the one I wanted to show. This is my 1921 Oxford Confectionery Ray Shulk. So you can see the thinly padded chest plate, the amazing glove, as well as the shin pads, and even the bent brim of his hat. So I think this is a perfect example of what equipment was like back in that era in 1921. So figured it'd be a good one to show.
Absolutely. Man, Jason, I knew you were going to have a way too good of a card for this one. This is one I struggle with, but I was hoping to go first to set the bar low. So,
okay, well, Jeff, now we have to go to you. So, Jeff, you're up.
All right, I'm up. All right, well, yeah, so like I said, I struggle with this one because, as you guys know, I'm not into the pre-war stuff yet. I'm kind of working my way back. I'm Still
Sorry.
working on 60s, so I have very, very little of 50s and before. And I was going to pull a catcher card because that's like Jason said, that's the easy thing. I could have pulled a great, Carlton Fisk card or Johnny Bench card or Gary Carter card. And I was but I just looked for something totally random instead of doing that. And this is very random. But I like pictures in dugouts. And so, I pulled this random Tony Taylor, 1970 Topps. Only reason is just because I like dugout cards, and I like cards that with like backstops and that have like batting cages and things in the background. Again, not a very good player, just a very average player. But I like the image on the card. Or should I stick it over here to get it out of my name there? But I just thought it was cool. It has all the bats in there, and it has the all the batting helmets back there, and he's posing back there. So very random, not a very exciting card, but just setting the bar low with the first one.
Jeff,
incorrect.
You're
I say
totally
incorrect.
right.
That's a great card, bro.
Yeah, like
It's,
what are you talking about? That card's awesome.
I agree, it's awesome. I don't know.
Like,
after going after Jason, it's like I don't know.
Nah, it's just I love stuff like that where it tells a story, or you can imagine what he was thinking. It's like behind the scenes. VH1's behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right.
I love that stuff.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, stuff like that. I try to be different. I think people get tired of me showing all my, like, I feel like I show my, like, some of my cards all the time. That was a question last time.
Yes.
I love my 49 Bowmans, so I try not to show any of those, but I still got one. But I know I got different cards from last time because I put everything away, and then you sent the questions again, and
Right.
I just got different cards. So.
I did the same.
So I'm being real different. I know I love baseball cards, vintage, pre-war, post. It don't matter. So I'm going to show a 2020 SP variation of Yadi Molina in the powder blue alternate. Nice. And you're right. Anything with a catcher is just top notch, baby.
Yep. Easy way to go, for sure.
Some of my favorite cards are catcher cards. Thurman Munson's, the Black Beauty, 71 Topps. My 49 Campy, Johnny Bench 69. Like, catcher's cards are where it's at, and they're always affordable.
Yeah, very true.
I'm getting that card tonight, Lou. I will be on eBay buying that card. That's an awesome card.
It's a dope card. 2020 Topps Series 1 Yadi Molina. And that's another way to collect some of these older Hall of Fame type. A lot of the SP variations in the newer sets is a little bit harder to chase, so it gives you a little bit of a challenge. But it's real cool. It's, it's something different, so you're not always spending crazy money on the cool stuff.
Right.
The pricey stuff, yeah. All right, Jason, back to you. Show a card that you think has beautiful color.
Okay. So yes, what I think is beautiful color, because it's in the eye of the beholder.
We'll all critique you. Yeah.
Right. So to me,
I'm colorblind.
I lean towards favorite colors. I love cards with red. I love certain cards with blue. I'm not a big fan of yellow. Some people are the complete opposite. So I think when we're talking about cards, if that card is in the, what was that? Did I miss it?
Yellow, baby.
Oh yeah. I know. Well, the card's not yellow. The card's green. The 55 Clemente, right? But I'll
show you.
But I think the composition of the background has to blend either with the player or with the jersey or with something. So I think this is kind of a layup. Of course, I'm going to cheat and show two, but I'll be quick. So I feel this one is a beautiful card with beautiful color. Now mine's a little well loved, but it's still mine. And obviously that's the 54 Red Heart Stan Musial. So to me, just an iconic deep red card, matching perfectly with his jersey and the blue in his hat, offsetting that. The second card I pulled, I actually got today and bought it because of the color.
Wow.
53 Johnny Mize Red Man. No tab because I don't care. It's just a beautiful card.
Them's fighting words for some people, Jason.
I know it is, but I just don't care. And at the end of the day, what I paid for this, and rather than having that silly tab on it, I'll take this off. So, and I have some with tab. I do have some with tab, but
You're anti-tab, Jason.
I'm just collect, right? If I can get, I paid $20 for that thing in the slab, so how did it go wrong?
That's great.
Those need love too.
I bought it today at the card show. So
nice. All right, Jeff.
All right, that's funny, Jason. I don't have the same card pulled, but I went to a local card shop by me yesterday with this list that Alex had, just to see if there was anything like that stood out. I'm like, all right, if I'm going to need something,
oh man,
and that card was there. They had that. I think it was the SGC one as well. And I was contemplating buying it just for this category, but I was like, I could pull a card with good color.
Right.
All right. So again, not having really anything, much in the 50s or pre-war to go to. There's two sets that I love that I know probably aren't well loved in the hobby just because the color on them. I love the 1960 top set, and I love the 1972 top set. I just love those sets, super iconic. I had pulled the mantle for the 60 set, but I decided I have another mantle I'm going to show, so I'm just going to go with something else. But I'm going to show a card from the 72. It could have been any card from the 72 set. I love the set, but let's go with the Hank Aaron from the 1972 set. I mean, I just love this set so much. I love the 3D, the team name in 3D, all the colors, it's just one of those very psychedelic kind of colored sets from the early 70s. Yeah. And so, not a whole lot on the back, just a pretty standard back. But again, just a great set that I love. I think the color is amazing on the 72. So there you have it.
Perfect.
Cool. Yeah, I agree. The design of those is like so perfect for that era.
Yeah.
Jeff, my man, I got a lot of love for you, bruh. But you're the new cat. Let me school you on something. This is a card show. Don't let people think or try to pigeonhole you into something. You don't have to worry about pre-war, post-war, modern, ultra-modern. I like thinking out the box. And a lot of people consider me a vintage collector, and I lean that way because I like post-war rookie cards. But I like it all, baby.
Oh, dude, I do too. Yeah.
And for me, you can't tell me this ain't got color on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your refractor, right?
Yeah, nice little 97 Bowman Chrome, Adrian Beltre. Wife surprised me.
Gift from your wife? Was that a gift from your wife, if I remember?
Yeah. I just asked for the normal Bowman Adrian Beltre. And, she typed it in. And, of course, eBay populates everything. And she's like, I didn't know you could get this. And she's like, this was much prettier than the normal one. So she got it for me.
Oh, yeah.
It's shinier.
She's great. But, yeah, you can't tell me. Look at the color on this, man.
Beautiful. Yep.
So
I love 90s refractors are just some of the most beautiful cards.
I agree. They're great.
Especially Jordans.
Yep, absolutely. Exactly.
All right, so appropriately, Jason, you're up next. Show a black and white card.
Yeah, I just grabbed one that was sitting in my desk because I did what Lou did. I put everything away from last time, so I don't even know if these were the same cards. Actually, I know this wasn't because I think I bought this in between episode 1 and now. But this is my 1936 National Chickle Fine Pen, Lefty Grove. So just a beautiful image of Lefty. I love the fine pens and the wide pens. I have been on the black and white kick, and we'll be showing more later. This one came in at a steal. If you hadn't seen the video, the reason it came at a steal is these are blank backs. It's got a giant ink blotch on the back of it. But it's a blank back, and at the end of the day, who cares? Look at that. Yeah. So beautiful Lefty Grove, affordable due to that ink block, and I'm thrilled with it. So that's the black and white I chose. I could have chose a few more, but I'm showing some anyway, so I figured I'll go with that guy.
Love it.
Nice.
Awesome card, Jason.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Jeff, go for it.
All right, I'm going to cheat a little bit here because this isn't technically a card, but it's something that I've had in my collection for like 15 years, and I just think it's super cool. It's probably worthless, but it's really cool. And so what it is, it's it was a photo that was sent. So it's a letter, right? So this letter here, and I don't know who this person is in the letter, but it was sent, from Yankee Stadium, and the postmark of the postage stamp is April 1960. So this was sent 1960 April, and so there's a photo inside of it, and the photo, it's a black and white photo, but the photo is of Mickey Mantle, and it just says "Best wishes, Mickey Mantle." And I'm 99% positive that's a facsimile. What do you call that?
Facsimile
autograph. Yeah, but it's just a blank back. I've tried always looking this thing up forever. I've never seen one on eBay. I've seen Holiday Inn. I think the hotels. Versions of it. But again,
Sure.
I actually have it framed, so I thought it was really cool. Just having the envelope, post dated 1960 with this thing, just thought it was cool. I love it.
Yeah.
So figured I'd show that.
That's amazing. And you know what? Like the fact that you also have the envelope too, that's just a nice
that's
story
cool.
to it. That's great.
Yeah.
Me too. I was like, I think the envelope is just as cool, if not cooler, man.
100%.
Right.
Okay, Lou.
All right. Again, something different. So, I don't know, 2 Christmases ago, I'm sure, like you guys, you have friends, they find out you collect. So they're like, yeah, I just started ripping boxes and collecting. I have a collection in my garage. You want to check it out? It's a bunch of 80s, 90s BS. But my buddy started ripping just like crazy. And he remembered my young Padawan. Remember, I was a Clemente guy. And he hits this monster. It's a case hit. 1-of-1 sketch card out of 2024 Topps.
Oh,
Get
wow.
out.
And it's not just a sketch card, it's the die cut with the old school Topps logo. I still like to think of a cross because, he was an angel sent from above.
Yeah.
But 1-of-1 sketch card, bananas hit. And he gave me a sweetheart deal for Christmas. He's like, it's Christmas. You've been helping me out with my card collection. And I pretty much paid what he paid for the box, which is nothing at all.
Yeah.
I do that all day.
That's fantastic, Lou.
It is.
That's a great piece.
Wow. Super cool.
Yeah, 1-of-1 case hit of Clemente, man. It's just unbelievable piece. I love it.
Sweet. All right. Good stuff, guys. Jason, back to you. Show a card that's vintage and in scary good shape. Let's just leave it at show a card that's in scary good shape, whether it's vintage or not.
I think when people think scary good shape or whatever it is, or in good shape in general, they assimilate that number that's on the slab to it.
Sure.
And so I went a little different. I picked an ungraded card that I think is in scary good shape.
All right.
For what it is and the time that it was. I picked out my 1929 cash-in Al Simmons.
Oh yeah.
So I would say that most people, if you're a stickler, you'd say, well, the centering's not perfect. No, it's not. It was also 1929, but the edges are sharp and the corners are sharp as heck. The image is clean as clean can be, and the printing is just phenomenal on the front. These are also blank back, or what I call tinted back. They have like a little scum dot on the back of them there. You can see an outside border that's cleaner, and then there's a scum dot in the middle. But I absolutely love this cash-in set. I bought this ungraded at the National, and I love it. I think it's an awesome shape for a card. So, it's 1929. It doesn't get much better than that as far as shape goes. So
yeah, that's amazing. Nice
Man,
choice.
Jason, every time we do this, and I see all the cards that you're showing, I'm just like, I need to just take a break from my 60s and just start buying some of that stuff from the 20s and 30s, because I know all that stuff you can get for reasonably priced, right? That oversized stuff. And
take the plunge. If you got any questions, call me.
Strongsville, baby, Strongsville.
Yeah, exactly right.
For sure. Yep.
Exactly right.
All right.
It's fun
well,
and yes, affordable.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jason, I'm going to go the opposite route because I associated a grade with this question. And I mean, it's not that crazy of a grade. It's really not for the card, but it's another Mantle. But it's the highest graded card I have in the 1950s. And I think if also not centered the greatest, and I think if it was centered better, it would get a higher grade. I think it'd be an 8, you know. But it's a PSA 7, and it's the Mantle 58 All-Star.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Again, it's sorry, I'm trying to get this in the right spot here. But again, it's graded a 7. I mean, it's sharp. It's beautiful. It's in really, really great shape. Again, I think
colors are really rich.
Yeah, I could have used this for that color one as well. But again, I think if it was centered better, I think it definitely could have got an 8. But, you know, again, I bought this a long time ago. And it's funny because I saw, you know, Dylan, I think he's on here, but I saw him show a 5, a really beautiful centered 5 that he has. And I was looking at this card and I'm like, I should get rid of this one and just buy me a nicely centered 5 or something along those lines, you know. But I love it. I've had this for a long time. So
that's a stage of evolution in collecting, Jeff. You can downgrade, take some money, and invest it into something else.
Yeah, exactly.
I know a lot
You say
of
the I word. We don't say the I word around here, bro.
or collecting something else. How about that? Yeah. There we go, Lou.
Ford.
Take the money and collecting something else.
Come on, bro. Do you want to invite back? Part 3.
Lou.
All right, brother. So, I went back to 49. Shout out to Mookie. I know he's putting this set together. Canadian Mike. But here's my 49. This is my highest graded 49 Bowman. And I don't care what people say. OC cards need love too. Usually means a discount, so I like OC cards.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
But nice little George Kell rookie.
Yeah.
So is that OC in your world, Lou? Because that looks pretty good from here.
It does. It looks great.
Yeah, it's a little OC. You can see the little Oscar Charlie in there, but yeah, it's just, I mean, the corner, I'm still old school. The corners are just so freaking sharp, man, on this thing. I could shave with this thing. I love it. The registration is on point. Like Jeff said, if it was a little, 20% to the left, it'd be
a 7.
A 7 or an 8. You know?
Yeah.
But this thing, I was happy when I saw it. I fell in love when I saw it. I wasn't looking for this card, especially not in this grade, because you could go lower and get it super cheap. But the price that was at, I couldn't say no. So yeah, love it. Size 49 I got in my set right now.
Beautiful.
Nice.
That's awesome. Beautiful card.
I was gonna show the Campy, but again, I show the Campy all the time.
Oh yeah, when it came to the equipment card, there's one card I show about 9 million times on my channel. I'm like, I think I showed it in episode 1, so I didn't want to show it again.
It's like reappearance.
It's all good. That's why we have the cards, right?
Exactly.
People to see them. Jason, show a card. Now we're getting into the goofy stuff. Show a card with a player that's kneeling. Shout out to Don from Don's Games.
Yeah, so I was thinking of my man Don. I wanted to show something that isn't quite, or you don't see him a lot on YouTube too often. I've seen him a couple times, but it's a set that doesn't get a ton of love, and it's the 1968 Dexter Press.
Oh, look at that! Yeah,
Hank Aaron. So I thought that was the perfect card as I was digging through my stuff. I always go to the, when we do this, you've got the 53 Bowman color Enos Slaughter. There are certain cards that I just are my go-to kneeling cards, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can show this one. So this is kind of what I took out here. Great card. Bought it at my local LCS or at my LCS.
I don't think I've ever seen that. So
Dexter Press came out for a couple of years. There's if I'm not mistaken, there's a postcard version. They call this postcard, but I think there's maybe a postcard back, and maybe the Encyclopedia Stu can correct me in the comments if there is 2 years with the postcard version versus just verbiage on the back. I'm not certain.
Very cool.
I don't remember seeing that in your collection. I must have missed that one.
Yeah, it was a while ago, Lou. And again, you show the same. Like I feel like I show the same stuff a lot of times, so you kind of got to retread and find something different.
All right, Jeff.
All right, it's great because Jason, you and I, it's perfect. You and I are like just complete opposite. You showing some old stuff, black and whites, and I'm showing some new stuff. But
that's a good thing. Variety, baby.
this is something you see all the time, what I'm going to show, as compared to what you just showed. But it's a great card, Hall of Fame rookie card or extended rookie card from the 80s. But
Whoops.
just the Kirby Puckett.
Great card.
84 Fleer XRC, his Fleer update. Part of the top 100 cards of the 1980s. I think it's his Hall of Fame Players Post-War Rookies card as well. So it kind of kills the two birds with one stone. I think it's even in the top 300 cards of the 20th century, I think. So it actually kills 3 birds with one stone for me, because those are the 3 sets that I'm mainly focused on. But, R.I.P. Kirby Puckett. Great card of his. Kneeling. Young, lean Kirby Puckett.
Love it.
I know. I like chubby Kirby personally.
Yeah, actually, I do too. Actually, yeah.
Oh.
All right, Lou.
Like, no, he's just on my desk. I just like watching. I just like looking at it.
I was gonna say no way.
Yeah. I did this more for Jay. 64 Aurora.
Yes, I had it in my hand.
Oh man,
I had it in my hand, Lou, and I said I got to put it back. I got to stop.
I was like, I was really hoping we do the double. I was like, you show a 64 Aurora every other video. What are the chances?
I
But
had
did
it in my
for you,
hand.
buddy.
I swear to you.
Dude, I need one of those
64
now
Ernie.
because I don't have. I'm in the 60s, right? I'm buying 60s stuff, and I don't have any of those. So, and I know you guys have been showing them, and I've seen them other places. So that's right where I'm at now. I got to pick one of those up.
Yeah, they're great and affordable. And
Yeah,
affordable.
right. Oh, yeah.
So.
Great images.
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean, the short prints are a little bit more expensive, but those are still. If you concentrate and look, they're attainable.
Yes, 100%.
Awesome card. Yeah, that's super sweet.
All right, Jason, show a card with a player that's leaping.
Yeah, so this is kind of, I'm stepping outside the bounds of what a card is, but I guess that's what we do here. I've been way on these lately. These are big in my collection. I've got to search for them every single day. And it's the 1937
yeah.
Series 6 Lou or Charlie Gehringer. So this is not the full panel. The panel up and down would have a little orange for the entire panel of the cereal box carton. But
Right.
because of that, I got this at a great discount. Beautiful image of him and a 4-step series on what you need to do if you want to be a superstar in baseball, which is just as fantastic on these things. If you read these, they're phenomenal. So this one I picked up quite a while ago. I've been on this kick for quite some time. Again, it's a cereal box, so blank back. You can see some of the glue residue from the box itself, but beautiful image. Yeah, beautiful image of Charlie doing his thing. So I thought that was a perfect one to show.
Super cool. I'm a huge fan of all that weedy stuff.
Yeah, that's
Love
my
that.
kick. I don't know. I actually just bought one a couple days ago. I got one in the mail coming to me. So
Nice.
Awesome. Very cool. All right. Well, I'm going to stick to the rules here, and I'm going to show a card. I'm going to show a card, Jason. All right. So this was another tough one. I don't have that iconic Pee Wee Reese 53 Bowman.
Why not?
But I was looking
Overrated.
through everything I had, and there was a bunch of Sandbergs, there's a bunch of Roberto Alomars, there's a bunch of Barry Larkins, there's a bunch of Ozzie Smith, cards that show these guys jumping. But I found one last minute that's a little bit more vintage. So I'm going to go with, I think he has the coolest name as well. I'm going to go with the Cookie Rojas.
yeah,
Yeah.
great card.
1970 Cookie.
Nice.
I mean, and he's actually a great player. I think he was a 5-time All-Star. Obviously not a Hall of Famer, but he's a Royals Hall of Famer. So he's in their team Hall of Fame. But yeah, I thought that was cool. Like I said, I couldn't find anything old that I had, and just looking through a bunch of
Jeff, that's old, dude.
Yeah.
No, that is anything in my world. Anything under 1980 is considered vintage.
Yeah.
So-
Well, no, but what I mean is I looked through all my grade stuff and all my normal stuff. I looked through, and I'm like, I don't got anything. And then I was pulling out 91 Upper Deck Sandbergs and Ozzie Smiths and things like that. I'm
Ozzie's
like,
great
I don't know
cards.
if I want to show. And then I stumbled across this. And I'm like, perfect.
Yeah, bro.
All
I mean, that's
cards
the
are
beauty
awesome
about
cards.
baseball cards, though. I
Yep.
mean, you can find beauty in all cards. It doesn't have to be a banger guy. It doesn't have to be a Mount Rushmore guy like a Mantle, Mays, Clemente, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Clemente. But I mean, you could a cookie roll. The 71 Black Beauties is one of the best sets. There's bangers throughout, images. It's just a great, great set, and you can find whatever you
agree.
need.
And
One
if
of my favorite sets of all time, for sure.
If you want to spice it up, then you look at the O-Pee-Chees because the backs on the O-Pee-Chees are phenomenal.
That's the one card where I prefer to display it backwards because it's so unique, so cool. The floating head in the middle.
Yep.
That's one card that I display backwards. You know.
Yeah.
Is the back the O-Pee-Chee and the 71s are they yellow backs?
Correct.
Oh, okay. And you like those, Jason?
Yeah. Well, I like it because of the uniqueness of the floating head. So
yeah.
You know, I just like there's a running joke. I think Chris from Missouri told the running joke. It's been a while now. It's not that I hate yellow. It's like all the major stars and all their cards. A lot of them are yellow background cards, and I'm like, I can't put them in another color. I get tired of And there's so many. I mean, 58 Clemente, great card, yellow. 59 Aaron, great card, yellow, and you can go on and on and on, and everyone's got a yellow background. So
59 Clemente, yellow.
So maybe my mixed message is I only like yellow on backs.
What's up with
there we go.
And what's up with the prejudice of O-Pee-Chee floating heads are cool, but 63 floating heads is not? Come on.
I like 63 floating heads.
I like floating heads. I like floating heads.
All right, so to stay on track, let me bring it back.
Yeah.
Superstars with yellow backgrounds.
Yeah.
It's a great card. It's a great card. Don't get me wrong.
Roberto Clemente.
I will say this, Lou, probably his best card.
That's my favorite Roberto card.
That's my favorite Roberto Clemente.
Like, how can you not love this card? I was like, just look at the background. There's not too many cards of him fielding or throwing, but this is just beautiful, perfect. I do love this card, of course, but I always thought with the advertising, it's a little too distracting. Like, I just want to look at Clemente.
I could see that. Yeah.
But
it is still a great card.
Still a great card.
56 tops, amazing set.
That thing sucks.
That was
it's
different
yellow.
from.
That thing sucks. It's yellow.
I know that was a new one from the last time. I was trying to remember what I had for leaping in the last one. Oh, I think it was Jeter. Was it Jeter? Like, what? Maybe a Jeter throwing card. I can't remember.
All right, let's try to do these next two like rapid fire just to get. We might actually make it through it this time, guys.
Okay.
Jason, a card showing a player who looks pissed.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he looks pissed, but he definitely looks concerned.
Okay.
Like, what the hell is going on out there? So, and that's my 1936 wide pen Frankie Frisch.
Concerned.
And just the facial expression looks to me like he's saying, "What in God's name is going on?" So that's why I pulled this one.
Yeah.
Couldn't find an absolute pissed off one, so I went with gravely concerned.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy, that's for sure.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got one. He looks pissed off, but I don't think he's pissed. I think he's joking. And that's the George Brett.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The whole
76 SSPC. I mean, he's with his buddy there, but he looks pissed, huh? But he's not. He's I'm sure he's playing around, joking around for the camera. But
just a good actor, yeah.
Just a good actor. Sorry, that probably isn't coming in very well, but all right. Anyways.
Nice, Lou.
Speaking of 72 top, shout out to my boy Dylan Double D. Nice little gif. My boy Roberto Clemente.
Yeah,
probably
good call.
I almost pulled that. It
was most likely a bad call because he's such a great hitter.
Yeah.
317 career batting average, most hits in the 60s, 4 batting titles, that kind of thing. But I'm sure it was a bad call on the ump. This guy doesn't strike out looking, and he's too nice to cuss him out, so he's just going to show a little disappointment and walk kindly back to the dugout.
Right. Even got that double D slab on it too. That label.
Man.
Oh,
that's great.
Dylan doesn't mess around.
All right, Jason, back to you. Show a card with a player who looks happy to be playing.
Yeah, I think so. He's got a smirk on his face, but the inset shot is what did it for me. It's
so
my
what's
1956 Louis Aparicio.
Yeah.
So the smirk is great, but in the background, the way he's leaping, and I almost hear this coming out of him. Whee! so when I see that, that's what I'm like. All right, he's having a good time.
Oh man.
Yeah, I did.
That's why I picked that.
Very nice. All right. Well, I will. To me, there's two of the greatest smiles in baseball is Ernie Banks and Vada Pinson. So I could have pulled any Ernie Banks or Vada Pinson card, but I pulled an Ernie Banks because I'm a Cubs guy. So one of my favorite Ernie Banks cards is his 1967 Topps, and so there you have it. Just a big smile by Ernie Banks. The famous "Let's play two," always down for a second game. He loves baseball. This guy loves baseball.
Jeff, show that card again, please. That card, I don't have enough 60s cards yet, but that card to me is like one of the nicest cards. Like it's kind of quintessential.
Yeah,
awesome.
It looks like an old school baseball card, like that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right.
Beautiful green back.
Yep, we like green.
Yeah.
All right, Lou.
Same for Topps. Hank Aaron, just happy. He knew he was going to break the record. He was going to break the record. Prove everyone wrong. Just happy to be there. Literally. Every time I see this card, he has such a great smile too.
Yes.
So.
Very true. Have you seen the Aaron Judge? There's a Aaron Judge card that they made based off that. Obviously not the home run king for, for a career, but home run king for a season. And so it's a really cool card. When I bought that Aaron, they sent me the Aaron Judge one as well. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's
kind of cool.
Yeah, they threw it in.
All right, guys, I think we're going to make it. Jason, show a card and make up a story of what was happening when the photograph was taken.
All right, it might not be when it was kind of when it's taken. Let me set it up here. So it's 8th grade. This guy went in to get his pictures taken for his yearbook. Came out a mess. Didn't brush his hair, didn't take a shower, was just an absolute train wreck. His mother got angry with him, got pissed off, and said, now we got to go get pictures done at JCPenney at your local Glamour Shots. So they went to Glamour Shots. They gave him a couple props, and this is the photo that came up with that.
No.
Man, that's the most beautiful card,
Look
bro.
off in the distance, Minnie. Here, hold this bat, Minnie. Put your hand on top of the bat.
Don't do my boy Minnie dirty like that. That's that's my favorite 53 bowling.
I love it.
That's a typical JCPenney.
But is it a Glamour Shot?
That's a JCPenney Glamour Shot.
I removed him from the.
Thank you, because I was about to throw my keyboard.
I love Minnie. I love the card, but it's a Glamour Shot.
One of the dopest cards. I see him pop in the denim jacket collar.
Right, exactly. Little members only, the last member.
Wow. Yes, Jason thinks Minnie looks better bunting. All right. Jeff.
All right. Well, I don't got a good one, so let me just do two short ones because I don't got a real good one. So this card here, this 84 Donruss Willie McGee, right? This card, what I always thought, it's not a story that I just came up with because it's something I always thought about. I always think when I look at this card that, he's posing for the camera, but then somebody next to him says, "Hey, Willie, smile for the camera." And he looks over at him and just says, "Huh?" And that's when the cameraman takes the photo. So that's what, again, not a story I just came up with for this, but something I always thought of where he's just like, "Huh?" And then the photo's taken.
Yes.
And then this, come on, I gotta get one little.
Yes.
I mean, 92 Bowman Cliff Floyd rookie. Hey, Cliff, do your best or the greatest, GOAT basketball player pose. And so he does the Jumpman Jordan in his Bowman rookie card. So,
he's nowhere near that rim, by the way.
Nowhere near that rim, even with the baseball.
All right, Lou.
All right. So we're in Montreal, end of the season.
I feel like this is a bourbon story. So
end of the 77 season, Montreal, doing Montreal things. Tony Perez is looking at the end of the season. He looks down the dugout, doesn't see Johnny Bench, doesn't see George Foster, doesn't see Joe Morgan, and realize it was not a nightmare. He's really with the Expos and not with the Big Red Machine. And he's just crying in the dugout. That's crying.
That's
like,
great.
What had happened? Like, what's really going on? Just thinking about the days of yesteryear.
Ah,
Poor Tony.
poor Tony.
That's probably actually what was happening.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Wow. That's good. That was
that's
really good.
That's very good.
All right. Jason, back to you. Show a card that you think is one of your most beautiful baseball cards.
Yeah, that's a hard one. So I just went with something that I think is beautiful as my tastes evolve right now. I absolutely love this set. It's another set that I've been really high on lately, and it's my 1939 Bill Dickey Gaudy Premium. This is the sepia tone. Shout out to Scott at Reindeer Studios. Sepia tone being brownish color. I absolutely love the image of them here. I love this set for the softness of it. The black and whites and the sepia tones just have a real soft, like almost, it's not airbrushed because it was 1939, but an airbrushed feel to it with the faux signature on it. And then the backs, you know, the how-to set was the nickname, you know, so how to catch behind the bat. I mean, these are just beautiful, beautiful, oversized cards, and I am totally hook, line, and sinker on this set. And this is one of my favorite that I own, so I figured I'd show that.
Wonderful. Great choice.
Yeah, I love that, Jason. I saw that before, in your video, and I have one saved in my watch list right now, but it's the black and white, and I keep looking at it like I think I really want that reddish tint background one that you have, and I don't think there's any up on eBay right now. But
well, I will say this, shameless plug, there's going to be a video on my channel in the next day or two with another guy talking about that entire set. So keep an eye out for that.
All right,
we're going to show a bunch of them. Sorry,
yeah.
Alex, didn't mean to plug.
No, please, guys. That's what this is for. Go for it.
Yeah, but beautiful card. And all right, so mine, it's a card I've only picked up in the past year or two, and I've never owned any of these cards from this set before. And it's part of the 300 great baseball cards. And so I bought it. And when I got it, I was just sitting there looking at it. And I felt like I was sitting there staring at it longer than I really stared traditionally at cards. And it's just a beautiful card. Showing it on a channel, or if you see it on eBay, it doesn't do it justice. But when you have it in hand, it is such a beautiful card. And Lou, I think you will agree, is the 1970 Kellogg's Roberto Clemente. Again, it is, I know just showing it here, it whatever.
Right.
But just the color is beautiful. I don't know what you call it. There's a name for not the 3D effect, but I don't know the name. I don't know if you got any of you guys do, but it's just incredible. When you look at this card in person, it's just a really, really beautiful, beautiful card. And again, I feel like it's one of the most beautiful cards I own. Every time I run past it, I pull it out and I'm just like, man, this thing is so nice. So
yeah, best card in the set, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Is the Clemente.
Lenticular, according to Mookie.
Lenticular printing. Lenticular is what it's called.
Lenticular. There you go. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, really cool. And I was just thinking, how often is that the case where it's like, you can appreciate a card and you can look at a card online or on a video or on Instagram. You can be like, oh, that's a really nice card, but nothing beats seeing that card in person. And there are certain cards where I feel like that's even more true than others.
Yeah.
Great choice.
That's definitely one of them.
Cool. All right, Lou.
Well, Alex, you said it perfect. I mean, I know you said find a beautiful card, but I find it more like a card I can't stop staring at. Something that's like mesmerizing, And again, I was like, let me just show any excuse to show my 49 Bowman Larry Doby. Let me show it. But I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I really do enjoy this card. I remember ripping it. And when I pulled it out of the pack, I was like, what a dope card. Again, this is a 2019 SP photo variation of Gary Carter. And
oh, cool.
you look at you look at a card and you're just like, what inning? What was the count? Was he thinking? You know, was someone yelling from the dugout? Was this like just a quick look over? You know, because now they have the pitch comm, but maybe he was getting signs from the manager. Maybe he's looking down. There's so much that I always think about when I see this card, but just such a unique pitcher for a catcher, especially modern. So
what year is that again?
2019.
2019.
I think it's series 2.
Yeah, I'm going to buy
I
that.
bet the
too.
refractor would be just incredible.
Oh
in that
yeah,
card.
probably sick, dude. Probably sick.
Yeah.
I'll be buying that when we're
That's
off.
an awesome card because, like, you know, Gary Carter is a face that if you're a baseball fan, you've seen over and over and over and over again, and you get so used to it. But when you see that, it's like you're looking at him for the first time.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. Great choice.
Well, thank you.
Cool. All right, guys. One more to go. Jason, show a card that you're thankful for.
And we went too fast this time around. Golly.
I'm thankful for all my cards. So I have two of them I'm looking at here, and I might throw an audible out there, or I'll just show them both real fast. So I showed this to you. I just got this today, and I showed it to Alex before everybody jumped on. But I'm super thankful for it because it's my first playing days item of this particular player, and I really want to collect more of his cards. And it is not a card. So it is the 1910 Sweet Caporal cigar pin of Eddie Collins.
Wow.
And I absolutely love that. It's my first playing days piece of Eddie Collins. You can see it's a little rough. There's a little rust in it, but I absolutely love these. And I tell people these are the kind of things you can find in pre-war beyond the mainstream cards that may be fairly expensive. You can find stuff like that and still enjoy the hobby and not spend an arm and a leg.
Right.
The other card, again, it's not a card, but I love it, and it's just been my jam lately. Is my 1939 Jimmy Fox Wheaties. So this is kind of my weirdness lately. You know, I'm showing stuff. Not some of them aren't even cards, but this is kind of where I veered off to in recent past and loving it. So I think it's just
I mean, I'm glad that you're going in different directions, Jason, because like as much as I love cards, it's like I think it's silly if people think that the only thing you can do is collect cards, and anything that's not a card is like a crazy idea. Like I just don't think that's the case at all.
Right.
And like the Wheaties, man, like I think that's an awesome path to take.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
All cereal cards are awesome.
Yeah.
I love the
Right.
posts. I love the posts too. Like the post
Most
cereals.
of the-
Jell-O.
I do too. Kellogg's, Post, Wheaties, all that stuff.
I even got Captain Crunch from back in the day, my childhood.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Jeff.
All right. So yeah, same thing, Jason. I'm going to show two too because I can't show one without showing the other.
Lou's gonna go
Guys,
get
just
another
breaking
card.
rules. I got you.
Breaking rules. So yeah, you know, for me, it's same thing as you, Jason. Obviously, I'm thankful for everything I have, right? I mean, like we are all, you know, of course, we watch channels where guys show some ridiculous cards that we only wish we could own one day. But you know, there's other channels and other collectors out there that look at what we buy as, hey, I wish I had what that guy can have or what that guy can buy, right? So I'm thankful for everything that I have, right? But the one thing is I've never, ever been gifted cards really in my life. You know, I mean, I don't think my parents really ever gifted me anything.
Ever?
No. Well, I mean, maybe like when I was a kid, you know, some packs, things like that. But I mean, nothing significant, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's like, even like my wife, you know, as long as I've been collecting, you know, since on and off back since like 2008, she sure as hell never gifted me anything, you know? And so it's like, I've never been gifted anything, you know? And then coming onto YouTube and starting my channel to just kind of interact with people and share my
Wave
hobby
of
and
cardboard
love.
comes your way.
Yeah, it's like I've had people reach out and like say, hey, I want to send you something. I want to send you something. And it's just like, you know, it's like one of those things where it's like, I think that's the thing where I'm really appreciative of, and thankful for, right? Because it's like, I'm thankful for everything I have, but I work hard and everything I have, I buy, you know, and this and that. But it's the people that like decided to send me something because they thought I would enjoy it, right? So when we did this last time, you had a question about a YouTuber story or
Sure.
a card that reminds you of a YouTuber. So I showed a card. The first guy that ever sent me something was Steve over at Rev Steve's Cards, and I talked about that. But since then, so this past month or two, whatever it's been, I've had two guys actually send me some stuff, and both my buddies here in the hobby. One, John, Nerding Out with Cards. So he ended up sending me this. And there's an element of it that's funny, but it's actually a really great card, and it's really a really great, like, not to be corny, but like a symbol kind of our friendship, right? And so I'll explain it. And so the card that he sent me was this here. And so it's a 1991 Lee Smith Desert Shield, right? And
Very
so
cool.
John sent me this. I didn't have any Desert Shields in my collection. I used to have one. I had like the Frank Thomas back in the day. But I don't have it anymore.
Jeff,
But
turn that thing horizontal.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
There you go. All right. My bad. So this card, again, John ended up sending it to me. He's a St. Louis Cardinals fan, diehard. His whole collection is St. Louis Cardinals. And he sent me this. He was going to go down kind of a rabbit hole of the St. Louis Cardinals, but he decided not to go, or with Desert Shields. He decided not to do Desert Shields. And so he was just like, hey, it's a Cubs Hall of Famer, but he sent me a note with it basically saying, this is the best jersey on a card that he has. So, kind of a little play on, he's a Cardinals fan. I'm a Cubs fan. So we're rivals in that regard. But also John is active Coast Guard, right? So he's active military. And so the Desert Shield kind of symbolizes, because they were issued to service members, right? So I just thought it was really cool. I don't know if John, when he sent it, if he really thought about all this when he sent it, and it was maybe just something funny he thought he'd send me. But to me, I take it as, hey, I think it's pretty awesome. It symbolizes, it's a great card to kind of symbolize our friendship, somebody I met here on YouTube. And then another guy, another John, but your traditional spelling, John, at JW's Dugout. Recently, he sent me this. He sent me a few things, and I'm going to show one card that he sent me from it because it's my Cubs, but it's a Andre Dawson autograph. And Lou, your channel, I can't really watch your channel anymore because I'm way too jealous with your TTMs. And so I'm going to jump aboard on those TTMs, but I want to start collecting Hall of Fame autos. And John over at JW's Dugout, he ended up sending me this, and Jason, he sent me a Louis Aparicio as well.
Very cool.
So he sent me this. He got this autographed when he was a kid, he told me. And I just love it. I love the 80s, those 80s, early 80s insert, right? These all-star inserts, and just a super cool insert to kind of kick off my Hall of Fame player autograph collection. But again, just two really awesome dudes in the hobby that reached out to me and wanted to send me stuff. So I mean, again, that's the stuff I'm thankful for.
Right.
Very cool.
Awesome. And Chris from Missouri showing up at the last second.
Of course.
Louis, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be quick. I love Hall of Fame autos, so we could talk about that later. Shout out to Reindeer, Scott, OG in the community, Nina. They're Cleveland fans. They, backed by popular demand, they requested it. Little 49 Delby.
There it is. Oh, what's that background color?
Yellow, baby.
It's your favorite.
Awesome card.
Okay, so a card I am so thankful for. So I'll be quick, Alex.
No, whatever. Take your time, dude.
My father passed away last year, and it sucked. And the beauty about this community is that people notice, and I want to say, there was like 12 or 15 people involved. I want to say 15. I just can't remember off the top of my head. I have the list, and I left the list in my YouTube binder, but it was spearheaded by Jason, Mr. Fisher Bike, and Mike, Sticks and Seams. A lot of the Misfits were involved, a lot of friends from YouTube, and they came together knowing my father passed, and they just wanted something for me to smile about, something a little light, because there will always be light, if you know what I mean. And they got me this dope ass Score 91 of the Griffeys, which I thought was fitting because it's Griffey and his father. And they came together and got this for me.
Wow.
Awesome. That is phenomenal.
So super thankful for that. I always had on display. And like I said, I'm forever grateful to this community. So
yep. And they're friends. It's we say community a lot. Super grateful for the friends. That's what it is. That's phenomenal.
So that's the card I'm thankful for.
Beautiful, guys. I mean, that last question, you guys knocked out of the park. Fantastic. Well, we're out of time, everybody. So I just want to say to Lou, Jeff, and Jason, thanks, guys, for sharing your cards, sharing your stories. We did it. We made it happen. Part 2 actually wrapped up.
Part 3 coming soon.
You got me on my
we can do another one.
Yellow rules, baby.
Thank you.
Guys, hop over to 4 Collectors if you haven't already. Until next Sunday night, thanks for joining in. If you enjoyed this live stream, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, I'm not sure why you're still here. And we've got some guests lined up for next Sunday night at 8 p.m. We'll see you then. Have a good night. Have a great week, everybody.
Hasta luego. Go Yankees.
Yeah.